Yeah. That was good. That little low. There is a, for anyone wearing headphones, there is a unreal, all right, I'm gonna back it up a second, but there was like a incredibly low note throughout all of that. It's so sick. I like this beep, beep, beep. That's very, very fun. I always talk about how Doom feels kind of sound designed. I like this. Sounds kind of like a bee. Like a little fly. That little wind up right before the drop was very fun as well. Again, Doom really fills out the sonic landscape pretty nicely, in a really dynamic way. Like what's happening in the high end of the pitches is rhythmically different from what's happening in the center and the bottom, which I think is a really nice way of keeping it feeling super dynamic. There's a really cool texture going on in this ear. It's panned to one side. Mick Gordon, what a gentleman, with gent spelled like DJ-E-N-T. That's so good. Talk about something just for a second here, which is that I think Doom is a really, really cool lesson in how video game scores are often built with layering. So I've talked about this a few times, but game scores are often, there's kind of two different ways of thinking about like moving the score along in intensity or in whatever's happening in on game, like during the game, right? In game, that's the phrase I was looking for. So there's like this idea of vertical layering or horizontal layering, and often games will combine the two of them, but the idea is that vertical layering means that you have your base layer, or you have a mid layer, or whatever it is, and you start adding layers either underneath it or above it, and you're kind of building this intensity where like maybe you have exploration music, but then you write your combat music so that it's a layer on top of your exploration music that you can add into the game very seamlessly without needing any transitions into a new piece of music with a new melody or anything. And so you can add this layer on top of it that's going to bring the intensity level up, or you drop a level down. And that's like a very well-known way of scoring games. And then the other way is horizontal scoring, where you would actually transition out of exploration music to an entirely new piece of music, which is combat music. And most games are scored using kind of a combination of the two. And I think if you listen to Doom, you can kind of hear that there are sections, but also within the sections, there are intensity layers, which I think is a really, just like a really fun, I think especially because Doom is really rhythmic and it's in this kind of gent style, you can kind of like hear the layers coming in a little bit more, maybe a little bit more clearly than some genres. It depends. But it's really, really, really cool to hear. Anyways, let's keep going. I'll back it up for a second here. That's a fun little touch. Yeah. Ooh. This hang time. It's always cool when a drop actually pulls the drums back. It's like, it just always feels good. So that's like, right, the top layer came in then, and it just upped the intensity that little bit. What a filthy riff, yeah. Yeah, this is all really cool playing with layers. These cymbals, that's so good. That drum fill, I want that drum fill again. We're backing it up. That's just nice. Play Monkman. I wonder what that layer is. It sounds like it could be like an incredibly reverb scream. Thanks, welcome in. I like where that hit. I think my favorite thing in the Doom scores is every moment where it feels like the floor is dropped out from under you. It's just like, it's done really well, and I love the idea of that feeling in game. Yeah, it sounds like a crowd roar, yep. I liked that. I'm gonna back that up. Again, these like metallic textures are so cool, and I think like there are also some really cool almost like glitch noises in with these cymbals. If you listen, it's just like it feels like everything is very carefully curated in terms of like the textures of elements that are like cymbal elements or whatever else. There's like there's just a lot to it. There's a lot of texture going on in a lot of pieces that could just be a cymbal, but instead they have these really distinct textures. And I think that is probably part of why everyone loves this OST so much. Is it like it feels very carefully curated as a vibe, as like the Doom sound. The glitching sounds, yeah. like this rhythmic interplay between those two lines. The synth really does sound like screaming, which is so sick. That was cool. Some panning. It goes across both ears. Oh, really cool ending. Really cool ending. I liked that a lot. That everything kind of pulled back and we just had that. Yeah, that was sick. I think it's interesting too that Doom feels... Some of the tracks feel very through composed, which is where like you're not always harkening back to the beginning of the track at the end of the track. It feels like you're going from point A to point B, which is how sometimes video game music tends to feel, because you're arriving at a destination, you're arriving at the boss room. It's a journey, you're not going in a circle. So